Hello everyone. It took me a lot of time, but finally I found time to edit my kart videos. So here they are, and this was the first day. And you probably wonder why we're in the garage and not outside. That's because it's raining. Yep, that's right. It's raining on the first day I'm ever there. So that's a nice surprise, I guess. And I never drove on this track or anything, so first time there and then instantly rain. It was a bit tricky, and also for the karts it was tricky because it was cold outside, so the engine kept stalling, so especially from the driver in front, they were stalling all the time. And then they were finally starting the engine, and you could see instantly stalling because the engines were completely cold, and also it was very cold, you can trust me. After the first stint already, I was freezing. You can hear the engine. Doesn't sound nice. So we were doing at first 15 minutes, then 20 minutes and another 20 minutes. But unfortunately the battery died for the last stint. So it's about, I think it's not quite the last stint completely. Not sure, we'll see. And yeah, engine in front stalling. Now finally my engine starting. Should give some power and away we go. And I was already going too fast, as you can see him telling me to go slow. Because it stalled again. What a surprise. Now mine also stalled when I stopped. And we were waiting together. And you can see rain. So it was slippery, very slippery. And now when I was stopping, it stalled again. It was just, yeah, great. And finally, starting the engine again, for the final time hopefully, and going away onto the track for the first time. And I was so excited, but I was taking it super easy, because in the rain you have to take a special racing line, and going, as you can see, on the outside, so staying like pretty much on the outside the whole corner, because if you would go to the inside there's a lot of rubber from all the people going over there. And because of the rubber the water can't go into the tarmac, so there's like sometimes a pretty big water, there's a lot of water on the track, just like that. Mango sucks, shut up. Yeah, you can see here all the way on the outside, and that was really bad, this corner here, water everywhere, big puddle, going through there, all wet, just aquaplaning going straight. And now coming to the fastest part of the track, this very long straight here, and in the wet you get speed of around 50 kilometers per hour. In the dry, even up to 70 kilometers per hour. They're really struggling. Now gotta be careful here braking, do not lock up the rear brakes, which didn't happen to me, but it will happen, I can tell you. And going to the outside again, big puddle there. And now this left and right hander, this was very tricky. Like, there was like puddles everywhere. We're going through, yeah, the big one. It was very slippery. And this right hander also, I was turning, but the car was not turning. I used to later turn a lot on the power on the throttle, but in the beginning I was just so careful. First lap done. Yeah, now first flying lap. And here, yes, this is flat in the dry, easily flat, but not in the wet, but you can see almost through the way into the grass in the first lap with locking the rears. I can't speak, I'm not gonna cut it out, I'm too lazy. It's very easy to lock the brakes, because the brakes only in the rear, and also in the dry it's easy to lock up, and you have a big puddle. If you go through there, which you have to, your legs get completely wet every time. And just after that stint of already of the first stint, this caught me a bit off guard. These slidings there, I was letting kind through, and then bad exit, kart not going, RPMs dropped completely, going, and you're just understeering almost into the wall, how the curve. And these curves are actually shaking completely. I was getting shaken through completely. You can see the super high quality garden gloves, which were definitely giving me 2 seconds per lap. Very professional, definitely. And they're locking the brakes a little bit. That was not much. It felt much in the beginning, but it really wasn't a lot. And I managed to stay really clean in the beginning and not throwing it away or something, and really taking it easy and getting used to the track, the braking points, turning points, all the stuff, the line, the understeering, curve, shaking, everything. That was probably one of the hardest corner for me. In the last corner, that was also always very sliding. That first corner, that was pretty fun. Took it a pretty tight line there. But there was one part of the track which I hated, and it was so important to get a good exit. But I kept messing it up and not getting it right. It was very frustrating to me. I just couldn't get it right. It was not this left-hander, but the corner after that. So here that big puddle again, and now here is you're only sliding here. And now here you have to ideally go all the way to the left to get a good exit, which I couldn't do really. You had to really get a good exit here, but because here is that super long straight. In the wet it's not that important, but in the dry it's very important because you go flat through here and it's the best overtake opportunity here. Very big moment, just sliding and accelerating again. That was I was almost shit my pants there because I was not used to, like, in GT7 it would have been easy for me to save, and I did save it there, but it was strange, like feeling the G-forces and stuff when you're sliding in real life. It was just, in general, very different than to sim racing, of course. Only makes sense. Why would there be real life motorsport if sim racing would be the same? Doesn't make sense. So I loved it. It was so much fun. Now, next lap. Oh, now when I'm seeing it again, driving there, it was so much fun. Even though in dry, it was way better. I loved it, and I was there with, yeah, I think 10 or 11 people. It was there for 5 days, going to the track for every day. Driving there for 50 minutes, as I said, with the stints I told. Now a bit of a fight here. There was one guy who drives in like championships and stuff, like with race cars and worldwide championships even, I think. That's a real professional there. That I went through. And he gave me some tips after that. After watching that, I showed him the GoPro stuff and all of this. He told me I was driving very well. I was not doing any stupid stuff on the wheel, turning appropriately or something. Just some racing skills, definitely. Yeah, seriously, I think that it's helped me a lot. Oh, yeah. Big moment, big moment. This time didn't shit my pants. Got kinda used to it now because I was driving for quite some time now in the rain at this moment already. So really started getting used to the car, to the how it accelerated, how much you could accelerate while turning. Now here, what can I say? Understeering, just understeer. drives. I spared like a front wheel drive car there, and I hate front wheel drives, so you can trust me. Another lap done. Ideally I would need to take a lot wider that corner, but I just wasn't confident enough to let me go so wide to the outside, because if I mess up and go too fast, I'm in the gravel. I'm going very wide over the curb, a big puddle there. All wet, you can see it. And my shoes, socks, everything, all wet. Let them through. I was like, oh no. Yeah, now I'm completely wet and now screwed. I don't care now. I'm completely wet. This is only the first stint, and my hands have already been super cold, and I wasn't even done for the first stint. So you can't imagine how I was freezing after the last stint. It was incredible. Like, I haven't been freezing that much for a very long time. It was incredible. Now here going very wide. No, actually not. Thought I would be going wide there. But no. Now here to that fast corner again. Was always a lot of fun to go through there. This braking point again. This time again going to be clean. This time with someone in front, so I thought I'm just gonna try to keep up with him and take a look at his lines and stuff and see what he's doing. Yeah, you definitely tell that he's going way wider than I am. I guess he was just way more confident than I am. You could see I was pressing the accelerator while turning, so that was really helping with turning. Because cars just in general, also in track, they tend to really understeer when you're only turning. So you really are only, not only, but you're turning a lot with the throttle and not with the steering wheel. Now here, understeering again, but this time I wasn't staying flat. I was lifting. I learned my lesson last time. It was because I took a pretty tight line on the exit. I was doing like some kind of a late apex. And in the dry, you ideally want to do that, but not in the wet. Not how I'm doing. You want to stay on the outside the whole time. They're really struggling, but also in the dry, you're really wheel spinning there on the exit. There I would also need to go way wider, and here, yeah, understeering again on the curb. You don't want to go on the curbs, they were wet. Don't do that. Also 7. Now here, turning, pressing the accelerator, but it's not really turning, just water. Yeah, you could really hear how the RPMs were dropping. That was because I locked up massively, but I was still in a straight line, so it was. I felt it like I was going off the brake bit again, pressing again, going off, like pressing, going off the whole time. It kept locking like a little bit, and I felt like lifting a bit again. It was working alright in the beginning. Yeah, could say anything. I made it alright, I think. It wasn't too bad. Especially in the beginning when I didn't need to push that much. And here, you can see, going a lot to the inside. You don't want to do that. I didn't know at that point. I felt like, yeah, it's gonna help me. Here, looking up again. That corner also was a bit tricky sometimes, but managed it. At least this time. Maybe gonna happen something better. Never crashed there. I spun on this, not this left-hander, but the right-hander after that. Here I spun once. Not in this stint, it's gonna happen way later, few days later, like on the last day I think. Here, drifting, sideways, style points. Yeah, that was because I was going to watch the inside, aquaplaning, wheels were spinning. Now here, again, same mistake and going very that was because I was cutting so much to the inside. Not because too much power. Well, yeah, too much power. But it was too much power because I was taking such a tight line. You could really also hear the raindrops, and I was hearing the whole time on my helmet. But it was fun in the rain. It was slow. It was hard to do, but it was fun. It was such a fun. I absolutely loved it. Like I didn't know how it was gonna be in the dry, but already I knew. Oh, that's gonna be a fun 5 days. And it will be. You will see in the next videos that it was nice, and I was having very nice moments, highs and lows, super fast laps. Maybe gonna do even a whole video like about my first lap in the wet, the fastest in the wet, first dry, fast and dry and stuff. I think it's gonna get interesting to see the differences in it, like how I changed my driving. The puddle got very big. It started to rain heavier in the end, and then it was really sliding a lot everywhere. Yeah, that corner, I could not really get it right. Then the exit sliding again. It was really hard to me. He taking a pretty tight line again, but no drift this time. My hand was really hurting. You can see my left hand. Oh dear, that was very hard in the beginning. And that session was already almost over. And this was my last flying lap. There was gonna be an in lap after that, of course, because how I was supposed to get in the pit. Yeah, this is the last flying lap, so I was like, almost over that stint. But I knew there was gonna be another 2, but it was like, oh, that time went pretty fast. It was only 15 minutes, but that time went pretty fast in here. On the outside, that white line, it's very slippery. I was just not turning, even though it was a straight, but I would need it to turn for the next one. So now, done. Last lap, or in lap actually. But it is the last lap, some kind of last lap. Don't know what. The sliding bit on the exit again, bit of corrections. Tiny bit of locking, but nothing bad, nothing serious. Yeah. I survived the first stint, the first ever stint on this track, the first ever time for me in the wet. Yeah, I've been karting 2 times in my life before. 1 time in holiday in Croatia, in the dry. 1 time here at home, the local kart track. And I was beating all of them, but only because it was 10-year-old kids. And they had massive skill issue. You could see the lot of leaves on the trees. I thought like, ooh, it's really get slippy there. But no, it wasn't actually. They were going a bit deep, but nothing bad. Nothing happened. It wasn't going wide, wasn't spinning, wasn't crashing. So all good. So now already taking it easy. Going a bit slow, watching out the guy behind till he sees me. No, lifting. Already lifting. And then quite a bit. And there was a very big puddle. You can see just. Yep. After that, at least I was completely wet. Yeah. First stint done. And my dear, that was a fun stint. I really enjoyed it. Opening my visor there. That was bumpy. There was that exit. That hurt it sometimes, especially late in the week. It started to hurt. I can tell you. So done. Parking. Stopping. Little touch to the cars ahead. And first stint done. That's it. Exiting the cars, you can see. There was a lot of water in my seat. You can't see it, but there was like a like a whole sea in there. And now, stint 2. So I was wrong before. It is in 2020. It is 15 minutes, another 15 minutes, and one more 20 minutes. So 50 minutes in general, overall, not general. I was already freezing. I was so cold, especially the fingers. I didn't thought it would be that cold, but it really was, because of the rain, and it wasn't funny. Like the driving was funny, but not everything besides that. Getting out of the car and standing there. But I was excited to go out into the track again. I really wanted to get better and beat my time and go faster. And now away we go. You can hear starting again. I closed my visor there. Yeah, it was still very wet, as you can see. It didn't really change, but I felt way more confident, and there already someone overtaking me. That was this Austrian champion guy, or not champion, whatever. This super fast guy already passed me, completely dived on turn 1. yeah, he was way faster, and I knew he would have gone past me in the next corner anyway, probably. So I thought like, yeah, whatever, he's way faster anyway. It wasn't a race or so it was really just about getting confident and learning the track, the kart, and yeah, getting to know the braking points, the racing line, how to drive in the rain. You can see they're shaking the wheel a bit, but what actually wouldn't be necessary, but I don't know why I've done that. Yeah, it really was just about, and it was really hard for me because I never drove in the rain. They're big lock up, they're almost through the way, and there was someone spun. So that was probably one of the biggest lock ups I ever had there, and I was really sliding it there, so that was not really fun, and it wasn't really. Yeah, I was a bit scared of it. I was like, ooh, I need to be way more careful. I really was pushing maybe a bit too hard there. Yeah, then this favorite corner, the second to last corner. The last corner now, yeah, is an alright corner. Like you always feel like you don't have grip at all, so you have to be very careful there. There also a bit of lock up, I imagine. And yeah, you know, the next lap, and I really was getting quicker, and it was getting a bit drier, and they're very much over the curve, and I was actually, I think it was the first time, it wasn't the first time, but it definitely was really shaking you a lot, so it was really, I didn't thought you would be shaking that much, because like in G7 you just go over curbs thinking about nothing. Here you really feel that it's shaking you a lot, so you don't really want to do it. In the dry you can do it, but you don't really want to do it, so you're not really using them at all. Not in these slower karts. In the first two karts you are, but apparently I never recorded anything because the battery died, so there was a big slide. That was also a pretty tricky corner. Braking again. Here locking up again, and there was even bigger lock up, so I was really sideways there and really drifting. I was about to get way more wet. Not gonna tell you what happens, but you will see it when you get there. Yeah, I don't even remember anything what's coming there, because it has been 2 or 3 weeks since I've been there, so it has been quite some time, and just didn't really have time. Now also with the wank stuff going on, I'm gonna be probably doing kart video, wank, and switching between them. Big oversteer on the curb again though. I really was struggling with this stint with that corner, and just, I think it was, oh, there was someone in the grabber. That is someone who actually has birthday on the same day as me, is exactly as old as me, and I got on quite well with him. I think I can say that we have been quite good friends after that, after that 5 days especially. We liked us quite a bit, and it was really fun with him. It was, oh, that was such a fun time. I remember it now. I really enjoyed it there. And only him, like everyone was so kind, and actually I thought I would be very bad or way slower than everyone else when I got there and saw these all with blue. They got their own helmet, their own racing suit and all, and they've been there 3-4 times already. I thought like, I'm gonna be way slower than all of them, and I won't be competitive at all, but it was really, that big slide again, that was really a corner which I didn't like, and here I thought, so when you steer too much you also just slide, so I thought I'm gonna try and open the steering a bit again and then turn in, so it maybe turns more, I don't know. Didn't really happen there, also big oversteer. being a bit more careful in the exit, but still a bit of rear spin. Like, that's the thing, these carts do have slick tires, and it really is not fun. He's still in the grabber, or at least the cart. He was out of the cart already, but the cart was still standing there. A bit of, yeah, careful here. Instead of coasting, you could hear big oversteer and understeer at the same time. It feels like on this corner. So you are turning, and then it oversteers, and then it also understeers. A big moment over the curb and the runoff. That was a pretty big moment. Now to hit that corner again here. Be careful, and this time it worked pretty well, I should say. Like, I don't think it really would be smart, as not smart, fast. So I think you could definitely go way faster there. But for being there the first time and the first time ever in the rain, I felt quite happy with my pace and my driving. So was quite happy about it. And the big slide again, very big slide. Could, yeah, what should I say? Could barely correct it, but it could do quite easy in there. A bit over the curve again. But yeah, my hands were already freezing in that moment. The yellow flag again, you could see it. Stuff like, yeah, then be careful, and yeah, it really did take it easy. Very big moment, very big slide. Because I was taking that corner, I was taking a pretty tight line to the exit. I was doing like some kind of a late apex in there, coasting through. So I was, you want to, like to say, I already told it before, but ideally you want to stay on the outside through the whole corner. And I was doing like, yeah, some kind of a late apex and going outside, turning, and then going straight out of the corner. Yeah, as I said, you don't want to do that. You want to stay outside through the whole corner. So that really was, yeah, costing me some time and taking some time away from me. So that was really something I need to take care of and remember to not do this. And we're actually also already almost through this, yeah, through this stint, because it did record this, the whole thing, I think, but the last sector it wasn't recording apparently. And the thing is, I had a really nice fight there in the big moment also. I had a really nice fight there, like about a few laps I took actually, and we are pretty much the same pace. I may have been a tiny bit faster, but can't really overtake here. It was on turn 2 when someone behind me catched up, and I was looking behind at the exit, and I was taking my late apex kind of line. And guess what? I spun after that. I was looking behind and I spun. I was like, oh. It scared the shit out of me. So that was, yeah, it was a bit of frustrating. There were very big moments on braking, and I actually went. I felt pretty good, and I did not really make too many mistakes. I spun twice that day, both of them in the last sector. Once I wanted to overtake someone on the upcoming hairpin after the long straight. I went to the inside, wanted to overtake, and yeah, it was very stupid because I went off the rain line, off the dry line, and it was so wet there, and I was pressing the brake, sliding to the whole corner, and I was braking, and yeah, it was just the rears just blocking. And I wasn't slowing down at all, and I didn't want to crash into someone on my first day already. So I just slammed the brakes, and I spun because of that, but I didn't make a crash. So it was really close, but it didn't crash. So all good. Yeah, I don't know if this is too boring or so. Like, tell me if you wanted like only the highlights, so. Or if you want to see the whole thing, or if I should shut up between it or talk the whole time, because it's pretty hard for me to talk the whole time because I don't know what to talk about actually. At some point I talked about a lot in the beginning, but in the end I don't really know what to talk about anymore, so that's... Yeah, tell me in the comments what you think about it. Yeah, there's always... I can't really know what to talk about anymore, but yeah, whatever. It's gonna shut up for a bit. Yeah, big slide for another time. So I'm saying this like every 30 seconds or so. But I was sliding a lot, especially when you're there the first time. It was not shocking, but it was... Yeah, you really had to adapt to it, that you have to be careful when accelerating. So that was really something to think about and take care of, definitely. Later I learned that I could take a much wider line when I've been behind someone, but... Yeah, it was the first day, so I was happy with what I did. It was all fun. In the last stint, it then started to rain more again, so it was definitely getting wetter in the end then. But it's not on video apparently, so you're not going to be able to see it. There's someone ahead of me again. And overtaking in the rain is very hard, apparently. Yeah, very big slide again, but you have to get a good chance to get alongside or overtake on the straight. You can't really overtake in a corner because when you going alongside with somebody going off the red line, it's a very big moment, very big slide. Yeah, you really... Yeah. Well, that's pretty much it now already. Apparently, stint almost over already. Not much left. And yeah, like I would love to show you the last stint also where I had this fight, but yeah, apparently the battery died from my GoPro, from my cheap GoPro. Oh no, I think the spin may actually be here. Trying to dive bomb her actually. I think it was here. Yeah, it was. Yeah, here it is. Just blocking, you can see it. And spin. Didn't crash though. But yeah, a spin. So yeah, but you could really see that on the white line there isn't any grip at all. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, then make sure to leave a like, and if you are new, please also subscribe, because I really want to get to 100 subs. Like, I'm still very far away from it, but still I really want to get there, and it would be very nice if you subscribe. So yeah, take care everyone, until next time, have a good day. Battery died. I know this is a very strange end of the video, but here are the results. I got 6th in the second stint, and in the third stint I actually got 4th, so I was really happy with that, and a really good time, so I was really proud of that. And yeah, very strange outro, so goodbye.